for you guys. Obviously, each one of you that are playing here should not be watching the stream right now, so just come after that. And we see LacFarro in the bottom left corner playing as Empire, Ania in the top left corner playing as Fallen, also TheAliz in the top left corner playing as Fallen, and then we have Fenrir in the bottom right corner playing as Beast. So we have each race here, 2 Fallen, 1 Empire and 1 Beast. That will be definitely interesting. Fenrir plays mostly Fallen, so this will be interesting to see him play as Beast in this situation. LacFarro is pretty commonly playing with Empire, so I think that's fine. And yeah, also, I think pretty confident with Fallen. And to be honest, I haven't seen TheAliz play before this tournament, so I can't really tell there. We see LacFarro building a little bit more in the front, going for this protection of this area, so he can safely take this expansion, which is pretty smart on Redwood Towers. You are still behind this entrance from the underground, actually closer, so it's probably better. So overall, pretty strong position. We see Fenrir blocking it behind this entrance, so playing it more safely, more defensively. TheAliz doing basically the same, which kinda makes sense, and we see actually Ania going for immediate expansion, which is definitely, I think, pretty smart. You can definitely pull it off on this map. It's a pretty big map, and especially in a free-for-all scenario, I think this is definitely the right decision, and I like to see it from Ania here. And then also, of course, building in the front and closing it at the same location as LacFarro. LacFarro actually changing his mind, let's say. He decided to go for immediate expansion as well after building this barracks. So he lost some time. So he's not able to produce as many villagers, but he's still gonna get the base pretty quickly, and at least he has something here where he can produce the swordsman. Maybe he didn't change his mind, maybe this was his build order, and seems like it will actually work pretty fine. He also built a farm, so obviously he will have the expansion later than Ania, but he will have some protection a little bit sooner, so maybe, let's say, a little bit more safely played by him. We see TheAliz actually making a tower, so totally turtling up here, going for Soul Shred. Maybe he wants to go for some more advanced units really soon and rush someone with them, but I don't think he will have resources for that. We don't see any scouts in the underground yet. I would actually like to see someone maybe immediately expanding there. That would be quite interesting, but we didn't see that. Potentially TheAliz could do that after turtling so much here. We see Fenrir scouting a little bit. And yeah, not really closing it here, building just like a really open base, but we can just put a tower here and it will be pretty strong. Finally making some new harvesters. LacFarro pretty close to finishing his town hall. Not really making a second barracks yet, but making actually another farm, which I don't really like because you get 10 population, or 12, actually 10 I think, from this town hall, so you will get enough population. This is probably just a waste of resources, but he has the resources right now, so he's probably fine. I would maybe like to see... Actually, there is a scout of Ania, okay. I would like to see either a double production of peasants or going for stone keep, but definitely you can't leave this town hall unused. That's a waste of options, let's say. We see 2 vengeance halls from TheAliz, so probably going for Stingers and Nightmares. I don't think this is the right build order for going for Avengers. Yeah, and yeah, just spamming more harvesters. Also not using the second Dark Fortress now, hopefully. But that's maybe just to fill the 6th harvester to these gold fields. We see third hive, so possibly, potentially also incubators, so maybe also soul shred. Okay, I'm not sure, but maybe he wants to go for flying hive stingers, or with that soul shred he wants to go for Avengers, probably both. We see first Shroll from Fenrir, that's definitely really quick. It seems like he wants to destroy the cherries and get here. That's probably faster with Beast than going for gaseous form, so I like this. Definitely a decent move to get this expansion quite early on. Here's Dark Archer going for Restless Spirits for some extra attack and sight range for totems, which I don't really like this early, but it's probably fine. But yeah, he will have 2 expansions that are connected through ground and are completely safe with 1 ground entrance that is really protected well. So this will be really harassable just by flying units, and if he makes some totems there, he should be probably pretty safe. Yeah, so we see incubator here, some nightmares, so probably some kind of timing push from Alice. Also going for expansion. LacFarro trying to fill up the peasants here, but still it's taking him a ton of time. And I also didn't fill it fully yet. We see some swordsmen here, not really fully protected, yeah, there is not too many buildings, but we see some Elven Sentries and Valkyrie Beacon in the back, so LacFarro going for flying units. Kinda expected that from him. We see Valkycoon and Vengeance Hall, so definitely, and also towers, so Ania going for Flying High Stingers and Avengers, also kinda expected. Then we see maybe Fenrir wants to destroy these Varangis. He's not really micromanaging it here too well, but he could definitely kill them. And then he can go take that as well. He'll also probably make a totem here once he gets 200 gold. Still no one really taking care of the underground. Of course, these 2 expansions are protected by some scrappers. Also, these ones are protected by spiders. But these ones are unprotected. We actually see a peasant here. He probably doesn't know that this is protected. Yeah, not many players have deep knowledge of these maps, so you'll probably be quite surprised to find out about this guard here, but he's kinda moved away. Yeah, but he found out about this location, so that is fine. Seems like these Varangis are also being pretty hardly harassed by this troll, but not really that anyways already, so there is still a lot to be done. We see Alice, another reformer in the front. And I'm making 1 tower in the expansion as well. We see Ania scouting here, so LacFarro won't be able to finish this. Dimension Gate and also Hall of Whispers. We don't see Avengers Hall yet. Chamber of the Avenger. Yeah, so Ania immediately coming here with Stingers and also Summoners, so wants to make an expansion. Obviously he needs to deal with these Valkyries, but he has already a Valkycoon, so I think he probably already researched Metamorphosis. And he's also getting Greater Wings upgrade, which increases movement speed of Hive Guards, which we didn't see from him yet, but he's producing them already, so now he's also taking the expansion here. He stopped the expansion of LacFarro. Doesn't seem like he wants to do anything about it. And even though Fenrir actually took this expansion, which is a really smart move, he didn't take this yet as the only player, so he doesn't have any resource advantage at this point. At least invested a ton of resources here into these units, which I also did. Yeah, he's playing it pretty similarly as I did in my game. The difference was that I also got harassed by Fenrir, so I had it much harder there, but overall he's doing the similar thing as I did, but the reason I did it before was that we are playing on Darkside Forest, which is much smaller map. Obviously on this map it doesn't make much sense. He just wasted a ton of resources there, and now he's definitely behind. And as I said, Fenrir also doesn't have expansion here, so he's also behind. Right now it's mainly between Ania and LacFarro, unless the other 2 players can catch up. But Ania is getting another expansion now, so definitely gonna be ahead in terms of resources. Also has great army of flying units here. LacFarro obviously has even stronger flying army, but he is definitely, I would say he has weaker defense. He also has way less advanced buildings. Doesn't even have castle yet, as you can see. Ania is just building all the advanced buildings here. Yeah, Chamber of the Avenger, Astronaut, Hall of Whispers, and at the same time having Valkycoon, yeah, Incubator and Soul Slave obviously. And also making a 3rd expansion, maybe going even for another one. So Ania will be definitely ahead here. We see these Hive Guards trying to harass this Gnome Arc, but now he's going to meet all of these Valkyries. And he will definitely need to escape. Yeah, you can't defeat this. Hive Guard has way less HP, also a little bit less damage and also less armor, so overall High Guard is just much weaker. Obviously you have frost damage or cold damage, which is strong because you are slowing down the movement speed and attack speed of the enemy unit, but that definitely won't balance this out. Yeah, you just need basically the double amount of the units to actually defeat this. So yeah, we see Fenrir going for one Manticore Rider, one Harpy, not really scouting with them. I'm not sure what he's trying to figure out here. Yeah, Alice. It seems like Alice got the same idea with this Avenger. So he will try to push here. Obviously it's already taken, but to be honest he has so many units. Or I mean he doesn't have that many units, but he has decent army that he could actually maybe challenge Fenrir here. He doesn't have too many units, just few trolls. So maybe there might be an interesting fight, we'll see. Definitely didn't expect both pairs to come up with the same idea, but... okay. No one is taking this yet, even though both of these players have flying armies, but both of them tried to expand to the underground rather. He didn't destroy this yet, but he killed this Scrapper, so he could take this expansion even though it's only 3 miner fields. This Scrapper is also still alive, same these 2 spiders. There is a scout, there is another scout here from Ania. Decent amount of Valkyries, now getting blessed, so probably wants to go for a push. Also made one catapult, has maximally upgraded towers. Okay. He was probably expecting the base to be here, and yeah, at the same time tried to come here. He's going to one-shot his own Stingers, I think. And he also doesn't have the guards here at the same time. This was definitely big misplay by Ania. He still did really decent damage to the Valkyries, but they are just going to fully heal right now, and he didn't lose a single Valkyrie, I think, while Ania just sacrificed a ton of units, so this was definitely a really poor play. At the same time, we see Alice coming on this side. I don't think Fenrir saw him, but now he's probably gonna be pretty surprised. This totem is probably gonna just get one-shotted. He should just micromanage these Avengers a little bit better, but still nice. Suvak subscribed to the channel, thanks man. I really appreciate it. I think you subscribed before, I think, maybe during the previous tournament, so probably just a resubscription, but I will need to check that after the game. Yeah, let me actually change the players here so we hear some sounds. Obviously, Fenrir coming with some Manticores, which are not too effective against the Avengers, but as you can see, Alice doesn't know what to do. He's just running around, not even shooting, and he has definitely weaker army. He escaped with most of his units, so he won't be able to destroy this, even though he did some damage. We'll see if Fenrir will continue pushing and potentially destroy Alice and take his expansions. That would be definitely a really strong move. But I don't think that will happen. At the same time, we see LacFarro going for another really great push with these Valkyries. And yeah, trying to build some towers here, but that will be too late. Let me swap the player back to LacFarro. Even though there is another fight, I can't be showing everything, but I think yeah, this is definitely GG for this base, and I will lose that. At the same time, we have a great fight here. The sounds are annoying, but I will try to swap between them. Obviously, the Avengers will kill the trolls, but I don't think he can really kill all of these Manticore Riders. But yeah, Fenrir will probably just retreat. I don't know what he's producing right now, some warriors and Manticore Riders. Okay, that's probably smart. And then we see Alice making some more dimension gates, trying to make some stalkers to kill the Manticores, I guess. We see LacFarro coming here, going for a nice push with these Valkyries, but there is 3 stalkers. There are 3 stalkers and a ton of high stingers, also towers, definitely a ton of damage. 2 new stalkers coming. I'm afraid these Valkyries might die. It's pretty close. If we can summon 2 more stalkers, I think we'll see a ton of Valkyries die here, but he doesn't have any units right now. And he's definitely pretty behind in this fight, but yeah, I think LacFarro should still retreat here, even though he can definitely deal some damage here, but once new stalkers spawn, they will just one-shot all of these low HP Valkyries, so he probably wants to retreat rather. And he still has expansion in the underground, so he is definitely fine with this. LacFarro is now also building one, but that will be definitely later. Also, Ania can now build this once he gets some wood. We see Alice going for a pushback. He has one Voidwalker even. I don't think he has freeze researched, but We'll see. So let's swap to Fenrir again. We see these Manticore Riders just one-shotting the Stalker that he actually confused. He also has one Demon, okay. We see some Warriors rebuilding his totem. Coming with more and more Manticore Riders. Even though Stalkers are stronger in terms of air fight, you definitely need 10 of them. Manticore Riders are pretty tanky. Of course, Stalkers as well. We have 500 HP, that's a lot. Manticore Riders only 50 more, but still. Are taking more pike and pierce damage. Actually, I didn't know about the pierce damage, that's quite interesting. Same for Stalkers, so you can kinda counter these units with, for example, Elven Rangers. But yeah, we see LacFarro going for another push. All Valkyries fully healed. He has some priests at home, also some temples. I mean, one temple. But Ania already has 3 Stalkers again. Which won't be enough for this. Some towers are being built, but not finished yet. He would need to accumulate a little bit more Stalkers to actually deal with this. But actually he has some new dimension gates. He's just not using them yet, even though he has the resources for the Stalkers. Towers will be one-shotted before he can finish them. We don't see Ania going for another expansion yet. Now finally started making some Stalkers. He's using them. He's getting some nice damage into the Valkyries, but he needs to retreat definitely. There is a tower, not even upgraded, that won't do much. But as I said, he doesn't have this income, but he still has one more in the underground, so he should be kinda fine in terms of resources. But LacFarro definitely has much stronger army right now, and he has a ton of resources saved up. I don't know why he's not producing more units right now. Not the best multitasking here. He should be producing a ton of units while also fighting. And when he doesn't have gems, he could just take this expansion, maybe even more in the underground or something, or just build more towers or more production buildings. We just want to somehow use the resources, definitely not sit on 3000 gold and 2000 wood. That's also a huge overkill, yeah, he made too many peasants on wood. Actually, he didn't kill this scrapper before, so now he will need to finish it with Valkyries. But yeah, now Ania has a ton of Stalkers. I don't think he will be able to push it anymore without Phoenixes. You also see Fenrir tried to probably harass here a little bit, but there is also a ton of Stalkers, so these Manticores won't be able to push that much. They could be also utilizing the fountain, that's true. You actually see Ellie is going to the underground now, and Fenrir is going for harassment on LacFarro, I guess. Actually, the scrapper killed all the peasants there. Now Fenrir is returning. We see just a scout here. Fenrir also has 2 demons ready. He still didn't take this warehouse. That's interesting. Also, no one took the one on the other side. We see Fenrir going for a battle cry for some extra healing and attack speed. But he's actually going to the underground with his army. That's quite strange when he's getting pressured by Fenrir constantly. But I'm also expecting Fenrir to actually go for a push right now. We see LacFarro going to underground. Probably wants to push Ania here. There are 4 upgraded towers to chain lightning spires, so that might be quite interesting. He probably saw, he was expecting another base here. That was not happening, there was just a scout. But now he alerted Ania about himself. He's gonna take a ton of splash damage from this, and it will definitely give Ania enough time to come here with the Stalkers. I don't know what LacFarro is thinking here. Ania made a mistake. He should have shoot the bigger group of the Valkyries first. Maybe all of these would be dead. So both of them made a mistake there. Fenrir finally took this expansion, okay. Ellis already finished this, but he doesn't have any harvesters here yet, so he's not getting any resources there. He also has a ton of resources. LacFarro has even more, but Ellis could also create some units. Yeah, Fenrir is also getting there. Everyone has ton of resources except Ania. And Ania has the smallest army, so definitely losing the most there. Actually, he's going to scout this. That might force or like lurk Ellis on him, on Ania. Yeah, we see like a full group of Manticores here, or maybe 12 or something. Ellis is not at home right now, so this could be pretty major. Yeah, so Ellis is going for some towers. And since Ania doesn't really have any Avengers, because he's fighting against Valkyries, I don't think that will be happening for now. We see some phoenixes finally from LacFarro. Still not really using his gold and wood, just spending all the gems when he can. Yeah, so he actually got some frost shields on his stalkers. Not even sure where. I don't see nightmares anywhere, but he had shields. Okay. Didn't really use them for anything. Yeah, actually probably just from these 3 nightmares. Also Ania, I guess, or that was maybe, yeah, that was probably still TheAliz, killed this base. Even though there are no gems, you can still get some extra gold there. And we see LacFarro going for a great push. So, defeating his house. No one still took this expansion. We see, okay, Fenrir going for some attack with imps. Not really doing anything there. Right now, everyone has a base in the underground except Fenrir, but Fenrir has that base in the mountains. So, everyone should have 2 expansions and 1 main base. I'm not sure what Ania was doing here. Took a ton of damage on his stalkers for no reason. Now actually one-shotted his own stalkers because of poor micromanagement, so definitely really poorly played from Ania here. But yeah, basically lost all of his units. We will see if LacFarro will go and finish him. There is not too many towers, Ania is just on 0 resources, while LacFarro is still saving up more and more. Yeah, there is close to 0 towers, so nothing too crazy. The underground base is quite well defended, so we can probably transfer there. I hope LacFarro researches disciples for phoenixes. Nova. That may be the way to defeat those stalkers. He did it. Yeah. I don't think he had it. Obviously, disciples decrease the price of the spells. Yeah, for beast you get faster mana regeneration, you get increased mana pool, and for Fallen you get faster mana regeneration. For Empire it reduces the cost, so actually Ania pushing here with Avengers, okay. Yeah, so in default it costs 35 mana, I'm not sure how much the Nova costs after that, if it's 27 or something. But yeah, that can definitely help you. I'm not sure if he researched it yet, but with so many resources he probably did. He's under heavy pressure, obviously Valkyries will do no damage to these Avengers, so he will need to figure out another way, but yeah, he's just making some pikemen, he has catapults, so that's really fine. You can basically cast twice Nova on full Phoenix mana, yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah. I think it's 27, and you have 50, so you just need to wait like 2 seconds or something to regenerate the remaining mana. But as I said, I'm not sure if he researched it yet or not, but probably yes. Yeah, we see some stalkers now, actually decent damage, the phoenixes were not ready. But also what I would like to see some more micromanagement from Ania. When you have just 4 units, it's not that hard to micromanage them, so just put all of them into separate groups, split them more, and then the phoenixes won't do anything. Even if they fly right into you, you won't be splashing down yourself. So that's something I would probably like to see here, but right now it will be definitely hard for Ania to recover. We see Fenrir actually going for a push here, that will be probably more interesting right now than watching for Avengers. So let's go here. TheAliz is definitely pretty decent army, even though Fenrir has full population, so I'm actually not sure where Fenrir's army is. Okay, right now I don't really know. Because, yeah, actually here he has the Manticore Riders, kinda forgot about them. So he's going to stop this expansion of TheAliz. We'll see if he'll also destroy this. We actually see Ania fully pushing LacFarro back. Destroying not all the Valkyries, but decent chunk of that flying army. LacFarro is back to basically 100 population, so the armies are now much stronger on the right side of the map, but yeah, Fenrir definitely still has the strongest army and also has the most resources, so he's definitely far ahead from everyone else. We'll see if he'll actually go for TheAliz first. I think he should probably try to kill the players on the left first, because they are a much bigger threat to him. Mainly LacFarro, of course, with so many resources, even though he probably doesn't know about that. But Ellis is, he has decent army, but I don't think he's that dangerous. I mean, none of the players have like crazy amount of bases, but yeah, actually LacFarro will lose a base here probably. Unless Fenrir decides to ignore it for some reason, but yeah, he will destroy it, okay. Almost seemed like he wanted to retreat, but that would be strange. So yeah, he destroyed this, he will actually leave the peasants alive, okay. Probably was scared of some phoenixes coming. And he's making some totems here and he's going to take this base. As I said, no gems from here, but some extra gold. He has all resources saved up, so he doesn't really care what he gets. He just needs to get more resources overall. Oh, that's right, I have totally forgotten about that. I will use it next time. Poor Ania got fucked by Valkyries. 2 games in a row. Yeah, I mean, he definitely misplayed it there a lot. But he was able to recover. Even though he lost half of his town, he needs to rebuild some buildings, but now he has once again decent army of stalkers. I see 8 of them. He's definitely way behind on population, but this should give him some protection against the flying army. And we will see how the other players will deal with this. We see Fenrir here. Let me swap to Fenrir. We see 3 demons, so probably a ton of portals actually getting frozen. There is a ton of Avengers, so I think this will get splashed down, but still the imps can do some decent, not really damage, but at least tank it a little bit. Yeah, so just 3 kills for Ellis. Getting some extra experience. We can check the soul scrap. 9,000 experience, okay. But we see LacFarro actually pushing here with some phoenixes as well, but also Valkyries. Still not splitting up the stalkers. I'm not a big fan of that. But the Valkyries are still getting pretty much destroyed. He should aim for this part, but yeah, he kinda did it. Even though he'll probably lose all of his stalkers there. But he doesn't really need to finish the phoenixes, yeah, they are not too dangerous. Outside of killing the stalkers, and if he kills the Valkyries, he doesn't need stalkers anymore. We'll see if LacFarro will try to rebuild his flying army, or if he will try to focus on some ground for now. But he actually lost all of his income. He has resources to rebuild the base, but yeah, right now we see probably this is more interesting now, so let's swap to Fenrir, who is making like 20 totems here, or not 20 but 8. He's also gonna take this, I guess. LacFarro tried to take another expansion, maybe he will go here. He has small income from this warehouse. Yeah, I think definitely LacFarro and Ania were way ahead from the right side of the map, from the other 2 players on the right, but they were just fighting so hard against each other that they just totally drained each other out, and now they will be way behind. Unfortunately, Ellis, I don't think he can actually defeat so many resources of Fenrir, even though he has so many Avengers. But maybe he will destroy Fenrir, we'll see. But he just doesn't have that many resources, I guess. But he also has a ton of stalkers. Ellis could still do a lot. The only problem I have here is that he doesn't have any resources and Fenrir has 8,000 gold. LacFarro actually decided to go for Valkyries again, okay. We'll see how that will work for him. Maybe he wants to actually expand here. That will definitely not pay off too much. This is a huge advantage for Fenrir. Beast usually doesn't have an easy way of healing, especially so many flank units. Here you just have fountains, so maybe he can even build some totems around it, just secure it as his own building and get a ton of healing from that. That's a huge value. He should also get the battle cry constantly, but that's not really something he would be doing right now. He's probably gonna push on LacFarro right now. He doesn't really have anything to answer that, except few towers, so he has few phoenixes here, but yeah, I mean, if Fenrir decided to go here, he would definitely kill LacFarro. No questions asked. And he has 1 income right now, going to rebuild his main base, okay. Maybe he wants to take this, but also Ellis wants to take this. We see some harpies, some demons. but mainly Manticore Raiders. This is definitely not the place you want to visit. If TheAliz is fast enough, he could have killed all these Manticore Raiders. Especially if he froze them with this Voidwalker. This is like a place of death for any flying army, but fortunately for Fenrir, TheAliz was not fast enough. We'll see if he will send his stalkers here. That was too late. But yeah, LacFarro made another expansion here, so at least he has some kind of income. This is not really gonna happen, I guess. Fenrir actually already drained this. He still has this income, so he has 2 incomes. TheAliz has also 2 incomes, but one is without gems. And LacFarro and Ania has both only 1. In terms of population, Ania is way behind. LacFarro just a little bit behind, and TheAliz full population, Fenrir close to population. He has ton of resources, he can definitely finish that 16 population really quickly with 3 more Manticore Riders. There is ton of towers that are not even upgraded, because he doesn't have more resources for that, so that's pretty useless. He has some Valkyries, but those are, once again, totally useless against both Stalkers and Manticore Riders. He won't be able to conquer this, and it's useless anyways right now, because there is no more resources really. Yeah, let me probably swap the players. Seems like he's actually trying to destroy this, and now he's going to retreat anyways, so once again, just a waste of units. He should definitely stop this if he finds out about that. Yeah, but Stalkers are coming. Yeah, LacFarro definitely messing up here again. Not even using his Phoenixes to deal with the Stalkers. We see some Warlocks here, but TheAliz totally ignoring them. Now he maybe saw them. Yeah, this is just one Stinger hitting this warehouse. Fenrir just flying around TheAliz town. TheAliz should be definitely pushing with these Avengers. There is nothing to stop them. Obviously this is totally useless, but he could be just pushing to the main town to destroy production buildings, or just walking around the map destroying expansions. Fenrir is making another expansion. He also has the Stalkers, so TheAliz is just playing too passively for seemingly no reason. I mean, he's also saving up some resources, but he will never catch up to Fenrir. And he also doesn't have more bases. There is actually no other empty expansion on the map. So if you want to get more resources, you will need to destroy something. And if you want to play defensively like TheAliz, you will just not really get anywhere. FFA games with even number of players are literally unending. Yeah, I kinda feel like that. Fortunately, I designed the tournament in a way that there are only 4 games. And this is the 3rd of them, so we should be able to finish this in 1 day easily, even with that internet blackout. We see some lightning spires, and they are definitely defending the... Okay, nice move from LacFarro with these Phoenixes. He's going to probably lose them, but he also killed basically most of these Stalkers, so... That was definitely a nice move. I don't think Ania can really recover from that. Also, Ania is now getting pressured by TheAliz. I think TheAliz wants to take this expansion for himself. At the same time, he's getting pressured by Fenrir, but he has Stalkers for that, so he doesn't need his Avengers at home. But seems like Fenrir is going for a push, so maybe he has a scout somewhere, even though I don't see him. Actually, yeah, this Warlock, but yeah, there is another Warlock, so he saw the Avengers. He's using Warlocks as scouts, that's interesting. But there is so many towers that I'm not even sure if we can push this. LacFarro also going for a push. Let's swap to Fenrir for now. Yeah, I'm not sure, but these things will just disappear, so that won't do much. And yeah, lost this expansion and is also getting attacked by LacFarro, so I think Ania is dead. Ania doesn't have anything more, I guess. At the same time, TheAliz is taking some damage, but basically nothing. I don't think Fenrir really achieved anything, but it doesn't cost him anything except few mana on demons, so that doesn't really matter. TheAliz will probably take this expansion now, I guess. Don't know where this summoner is going. But yeah, the Avengers will obviously just return. Definitely really nice scouting with these warlocks. Go Fenrir. Yeah, seems like you probably saw him. Yeah, so LacFarro still has something, but definitely no match for Fenrir's army. As I said, Ania is already dead, so it's moving pretty rapidly to a 1v1 between TheAliz and Fenrir. Unfortunately, as I said, TheAliz is playing extremely defensively, which is definitely not gonna pay off. And even though you probably think he has a ton of resources, but Fenrir still has more than twice the amount of that. At least in terms of gold, almost twice the amount of gems. And they have literally the same population. Yeah, he finally brought the Seeker, which is good. He can start killing the warlocks. So nice, he killed the scouts. I mean, TheAliz had a summoner here, but he just sent him somewhere probably to die, instead of building the expansion here. Now I'm moving some harvesters. Doesn't have resources for a new base, so the only chance he has is to take some resources from here, but probably doesn't even have grasp to kill these stingers. Yeah, he'll probably still kill them. Harvesters are strong, but he lost some of them, like 3 harvesters. And now actually LacFarro came here, so yeah. And they are just dead for sure right now. And those were the projectiles you can summon with demons, but didn't really do anything. Probably didn't even use them before they got destroyed. Rip Ania. Yeah, so we see TheAliz finally going to destroy something of Fenrir. And yeah, actually calling it GG and leaving, okay.
Our forces are under attack.
Even though, as you can see, the buildings and units didn't go grey. That's some type of bug that sometimes happens. It usually happens with the observer versions of the map, because they are not set to skirmish maps actually. But that doesn't really matter, yeah, it's just that. So we see LacFarro rebuilding the base here. Manticore Riders, not the most effective. Yeah, they are dealing a little bit more damage to our Avengers than Valkyries. Yeah, Valkyries are literally dealing 0 damage. Yeah, you have 10% pierce and 10% lightning, and at level 5 of Avengers it actually goes down to 5%. So it's basically 0. Fire is still at least something. Yeah. At max 5 level it will be 35%. Still decent amount of stalkers, but not using them at all. Didn't even finish this, he left it on 50 HP, okay, I don't know what he was doing there. And where he is going right now. TheAliz seems a little bit confused.
Building complete, my lord.
We see some new beast cherries. Fenrir has so many resources, so making more production buildings makes sense, also more stables, but I would still like to see maybe the production buildings being made somewhere else than the production buildings he already has. So in case he loses his main base, he will still be able to produce somewhere else. I should have go for Void Walkers, forgot they exist. Okay. Just a little bit more stalkers in one fight, and this will be a different game for you, unfortunate. Yeah, definitely.
Complete, my lord.
So Fenrir getting close to 20,000 gold. TheAliz getting close to 10,000 gold. We see another push of demons. Not at full mana yet, so we should probably wait for that, so we can summon 10 portals together. But the Avengers are at home right now, so these imps won't do anything. And he actually summoned only 1 portal with each of the demons there. LacFarro actually still trying to remake something. He has one base in the underground, he's making another one here with power building with 5 peasants thanks to teamwork upgrade from Town Hall. Or actually, you need Stone Keep for that. And yeah, building's still alive. Yeah, as I said, actually towers will probably still be shooting. But that shouldn't really be a problem for Fenrir. Are Fenrir and Elias even attacking each other? I mean, they were a little bit in the beginning. They were fighting for this for a while, but mostly not. Fenrir is trying to hunt some expansions around the map with his Manticore Riders. Elias is basically AFK. He attacked like once. But it was mostly between you and LacFarro. They were just kinda sitting on resources mostly. Yeah, but nice amount of phoenixes. This could definitely one-shot these Manticore Riders. Obviously not above these totems. But once again, Elias not really slowly maybe moving somewhere, but not too much. He's actually leaving his Void Walkers behind in his home. That's also not the smartest move. We have some AFK harvesters here. He has only 1 income right now. While Fenrir is finishing one of his incomes here and he has 2 more. So he will have similar income as LacFarro, but now actually LacFarro lost this, so Elias will probably take this, I guess. Hopefully. We see Fenrir returning with few minions. Probably healing in the middle, as I said. That's really strong on this map for Beast. You see 6 demons. Not sure what he's planning with them. They are basically useless against this kind of army of Fallen, but he's still making more of them. We will see what is his idea there. If he was actually harassing some expansions with them, then I would see it reasonable, but he's just using them to summon some imps here that are doing nothing, so don't really see a reason for that. Now finally making the totems that I suggested like 15 minutes ago. So that's probably a nice move, but no one was really utilizing this anyway, so not sure how much that is going to help. LacFarro not really moving anywhere. He's done his part. He destroyed the enemy on his side, but I don't think Fenrir will let him recover. Actually, maybe he's not going to check this. LacFarro was definitely ready to go there, but Fenrir retreated anyways.
Building complete, my lord.
Oh, we see dimensional portal, okay. Elias pulling some nice stuff here. We'll see how Fenrir will react to it, how quickly he will react to it. I don't know from where he teleported, but probably from his town. Yeah, so we'll see. There is a ton of stalkers, he can't just fly here with the Manticore, that will do nothing anyways. He doesn't really have anything else than Manticores and Demons, and neither of that can kill this army. And as I said, he shouldn't have built all of his production buildings in one place. Now, even though he has so many resources, he cannot produce anywhere. Even though he didn't do his units yet, so he has time. He should also escape with these Borons. I like to put my Borons into gaseous form in the end game and just place them in the corner of the map or something. This is definitely not the safest place for them. Yeah, imps obviously totally useless against Avengers, so that also won't really help. Even though Elias is not even fighting, not sure what he's doing right now. He wanted to surround them, I guess. Yeah, I mean they have fire damage, so that's the same thing as it actually liked the engine a little bit with so many units. Now he definitely needs to start using the Stalkers. But even with the few amounts of Stalkers he had here, he was still able to push these guys back. Maybe LacFarro is trying to do some move there. Not too sure about that. But yeah, Fenrir is also gonna lose this. He doesn't have mana to teleport away with these demons, so he'll probably lose them unless he can walk through the base of Elias, which I don't think he can. But Fenrir still has 2 incomes. Bringing his Borons there. making arenas in the middle. Not sure what he wants to transfer to. It will make sense to maybe make trolls. Maybe he wants to mess berserkers. But we will see. LacFarro now also becoming quite dangerous with full flying army and basically full population. Even though he doesn't have that many resources as the other two players. But it also doesn't seem like Alice wants to finish Fenrir immediately. He's going back. So Fenrir with so many resources will be definitely able to recover. For example, here he has ton of totems, so if he builds some production buildings here he should be fine. Or maybe here at least he should also repair the stronghold at least a little bit. It's free for beasts, so no reason to not do that. You see Dark Ultra in the middle. Are Fenrir and Elias even attacking each other? And now that was probably the first bigger fight they had between each other. Outside of that, really just in the beginning only. And then some small skirmishes around the map. I tried against Fallen Mass Demons. And those are basically nullified. Yeah, I mean, you have fire damage, and those imps have also fire damage, so that's like the not the worst thing you can make, but definitely pretty poor choice against Avengers, obviously. Same with Manticore Riders. But yeah, we see Alice finally coming to the middle. Not even sure how he scouted this, I didn't see scout here, but maybe there was something. Now finally also bringing the Void Walkers with him. So if we can freeze this, that will be really free kill. He didn't do that, even though that was just a Void Walker standing. You need 75 mana for that, so he could have froze that. He was actually sending his... Fenrir was sending his minions there. You see LacFarro at the same time coming here, so even though Fenrir has 20,000 gold, he's probably gonna lose this. Just because he didn't make enough production buildings around the map. He literally could have spent like 5,000 gold on, I don't know how many, maybe 50 production buildings around the map, and just keep producing units over and over. And actually transferring to something that could fight this, but seems like he's not even trying anymore. He's not even producing here when he has the resources and population and he has production buildings, so seems like he just kind of gave up. I mean, his choice. But I don't think LacFarro will be able to defeat this. He would need to take some expansions, maybe this one, but there is already a scout of Alice. There is just not too many more too many expansion options anymore. Alice going for another expansion indeed. Fenrir has changed if play good. Manticore's better than Stalkers, he should fly one in the middle of them. I mean, then it's also about micromanaging of the Stalkers, yeah. If you also keep them separate, then that won't really help you.
Complete, my lord.
But you rarely see actually someone micromanaging flying units. I also personally do it only if I have a group of flying units, if I have Stalkers as a part of a big army with ton of other units, then I also usually don't have time to micromanage them too well. But we even see here ton of situations where there were only Stalkers in the fight and players were still not really micromanaging them at all, so then of course you can take advantage of that. Yeah, so Fenrir is now spamming more totems instead of making more buildings. But that will be totally useless against the Avengers anyways. Not sure what the LacFarro wants to do here. Probably thinks there are still some resources, but no, actually there is just a catapult, not peasant. He still gets some resources from this, but he definitely needs to stop this base. Yeah, Fenrir is actually remaking his base right here. Now probably realizing... Actually, okay. There are some trolls. Fenrir just does not like building and production things. 20k gold. Yeah, I mean, this should never happen. I mean, you can have this kind of resources if you actually take control of the whole map and you have, I don't know, 10 expansions around the map. But if you are playing a game like this, you should always use the resources somehow. And not just by spamming ton of buildings, yeah, but you should actually start pushing and using the resources gradually. As you can see, he has more resources than everyone else, so he was just pushing and trading even ineffectively. He would just force them to 0 resources and they wouldn't have more resources to reproduce their armies, and he would just win purely on macro here. But I mean, 20,000 is just so much that even if you were playing really bad micro, he would definitely win. Unfortunately for him, he didn't really do anything. Now he's just going to lose. And it's between LacFarro and TheAliz. They are now sitting at same resources, same population. Both have 1 income. LacFarro will definitely run out of his income much sooner, that's for sure. But TheAliz actually invested enough resources into towers actually now, so... Which is smart probably, because this base is really important for him. Maybe he should rather upgrade the towers instead of making more, but maybe he will do that as well. Yeah, actually upgrading as well. And still sitting at the same resources, so... This is probably fine. LacFarro still in his base. Seeker, okay, immediately gonna lose. That Seeker... Ania. Yeah, I mean the Ania building stayed alive, as I said. It happens if you have spectators in the game. Or is for the spectators for the long game. I mean, it was definitely not because of LacFarro. LacFarro and Ania were fighting from the beginning. The most passive player here is TheAliz, even up to now. And then also Fenrir, obviously, with 20,000 resources.
Building complete, my lord.
I mean, if you agree on the draw, then I will just do a random generator. Generate a random number and pick one of you. So I wouldn't really do that. Not sure why he killed his Avenger, but he has so many queued up units that it will replace it immediately anyways. Probably just for that it will be faster to make a new one than wait for him to heal. Or he could probably kill some harvesters on wood, that's kinda useless. LacFarro saying he can't really do anything. I mean, he now has actually more resources than TheAliz.
Our forces are under attack.
We see TheAliz actually scouting here Fenrir a little bit. It doesn't really matter anymore. I mean, Fenrir still has enough resources to make a full population of units, but seems like he still wants to go for demons. Even though it's totally useless here.
Building complete, my lord.
Even against this, I don't see how you could be destroying this. I mean, if you have enough of them, you could potentially splash down the Valkyries. But the imps can't even attack them. And against the fallen army, it's totally useless.
Our forces are under attack. We're under attack.
But yeah, LacFarro ran out of his income. There are still some resources here, not too many. Few here, also not too many. And that's basically everything. No more incomes on the map, except this one, which is too well protected to actually push. For it to be worth it. Let's maybe go for a scout with these 6 Avengers. Maybe 4 players final, so you won't play in triple threat. I mean, I will much rather play in triple threat half an hour game than this. 4 player free-for-all games are usually the longest. Obviously, if we have like 12 players or 8, then it might be longer, but in terms of these smaller ones, this is the longest usually. It was interesting to watch until now. I mean, I can't really force them to do anything. I can give them countdown. You guys have, I don't know, 15 minutes to finish the game, but I would still have to give some result after that, so what am I gonna base that on? Most kills or most experience? I think Alice is trying to create another dimension portal. LacFarro surprised that Fenrir is still alive. I mean, he's making his demons. I think LacFarro is actually going for a push at least with flank units. Yeah, now going for the dimension portal as I was predicting. Actually, I need to swap players so we hear something. There are 2 catapults, LacFarro would definitely need more of those. But this pikeman might do something. But yeah, freezes. He should be shooting with the catapults to these Avengers, they are stacked in one big pile. We see Litany, but he doesn't really have the units to actually utilize it for anything. He's not even using the Valkyries because there are just so many stalkers that he doesn't want to lose them. But he can probably still kill them with his phoenixes and somehow try to kill the Avengers with Valkyries, but I don't think that will really work. Okay, he definitely needs to micromanage this better. Okay, that was not best played. Yeah, he's just that. I can ride here. I'm not observer but referee, so I can. But not really a reason to write anything. Some knights coming, okay. I mean, stalkers won't do anything. They can't destroy buildings, but there is still so many Avengers and he's just creating more, so... Yeah, I mean, he had same resources as LacFarro, but he had like 20 units queued up, so he definitely had much more resources. LacFarro is dead. Obviously, Alice can't really reach this, but he can just destroy the trees here, which he already did on the other side of the map, so he can probably do that again. Then he just needs to find out where Fenrir is, which shouldn't take too long. I'm expecting LacFarro to probably give up anyways. And surrender. What should I order, guys, to eat? I can't decide. Pizza. Yeah, I mean, there is so many towers, especially in the underground, that he wouldn't be able to destroy it anyways, even if he repelled the Alice attack. But we'll see what will come out of this. For now, I don't see anything too interesting happening anywhere. Fenrir trying to heal his demons, okay. These stingers are probably not going here. I don't think... maybe they are. But there is still this active tower. That will probably one-shot these stingers. Let's take a look. Yeah, they are super low HP. And I don't think he will really want to go to this area, so it will probably take some time before he actually finds out about that. Then he also took this warehouse, so now he's getting some more resources, but he probably doesn't really need that. But there is really no reason for him to not make more arenas to produce these witches and demons faster. But yeah, Alice went for the destruction of the forest, as I said. I don't know where all the stalkers went. There are only like 4. He definitely had more. Or maybe not, I'm not sure. It was a good game. Okay, so LacFarro is probably gonna surrender now. Hellfire, there's also fire damage, so that won't really help too. Here are the stalkers I was talking about. And it's obviously still sitting on full population with ton of queued up units. He also doesn't have any more production buildings than his main town, but I don't think Fenrir can really destroy that. But yeah, Fenrir could still make ton of buildings around the map, start producing. Potentially still win this, but I don't think that will happen. So LacFarro left. Seems like Alice is just one-shotting his harvesters. At least some of them, which kinda makes sense. He has too many of them. Here, definitely. He has like 20 harvesters when he needs 6. I mean, I'm not gonna suggest anything. It's up to him if he wants to leave or if he wants to get destroyed by Alice.
We're under attack.
Fenrir trying so hard to convince himself demons are good. Just don't end it yet. I need to finish my WoW battleground. So we see some imps being summoned in the middle.
Our forces are under attack. We're under attack.
Yeah, so he's going to finish all of his harvesters to create even more units. The last available income is here. 650 gold and 200 gems. And then here another, let's say 750 gold. So around 1000 gold and what, 200 gems. But yeah, they don't really need it. Fenrir has ton of resources and Alice as well, just put up in the units. As you can see. The Avenger is just taking no fire damage, as I said, 35% on max level. He's going to die, obviously, to so many units, but you can just see the effectivity of demons against Avengers when you are killing one Avenger for so long. Yeah, it seems like Alice is just waiting to heal himself. Fenrir actually got to full population, but it's full population of demons, so it's like 0 population at this point. I'm not really gonna do anything with that. Seems like Alice is just spamming more Avengers and Stalkers. He should definitely remove the Stalkers from his buildings, they are useless. You can potentially maybe blind them with Defile, so the demons can't shoot on your Stalkers, but that's also not too important. So demons teleporting back, even though they went there to heal. They won't be really able to do that. I don't know how many demons he has, probably like 20. Yeah, I see. 17, I guess. So 17 demons, each of them costing like 10 population. So that should be pretty accurate. Alice maybe actually gonna take this. Probably not this, that's not really worth it. We see some Hellfires. I mean, decent against buildings, but there is pretty much no value in killing these lightning spires. Alice probably wants to wait for every single of his units to fully heal. Fenrir now used most of his
Our
mana,
forces are under attack.
so he won't be even able to do anything in the fight.
Our forces are under attack.
Just sending more and more Hellfires. I mean, this is decent. If you have enough of them, you can just one-shot someone's expansion. So that's quite effective, but all the things you actually need to get to that situation is just too expensive. Not worth it. But Fenrir still has a ton of resources. Yeah, he could just remake a whole new another army with different units. And to be honest, if he actually had full population of Charles right now, maybe with some harpies to confuse the Void Walkers, he could still possibly destroy this. Yeah, also some Warlock of course for some Rains of Fire.
We're under attack.
Those are really effective against Avengers. But yeah, he decided to go for this, so this is obviously GG. Hopefully he will leave after he loses this and won't wait for Alice to find his warehouse.
Our forces are under
And
attack.
also this Harpy Nest.
We're under attack.
I mean, you can see. Yeah, the guys hitting. I mean, if you have so many demons and all are hitting into one small space like this and they don't get freezed, then they are doing some damage. It's still 35%, but he actually sacrificed them himself, but that's still fire damage, so not much happening from that. But yeah, hello, no damage. Yeah, so let's check the results. 1 hour 22 minutes, the longest game yet. But you can see the results here. We have units, so Alice almost 600 kills. It was not like he was really fighting against multiple enemies, but everyone was just killing themselves, and then he was just killing the remnants of everyone, so he got pretty much free kills there. And it was mainly from Fenrir, who I'm not even sure. Yeah, he was just spamming, obviously, he was spamming imps, and Alice was just one-shotting the imps, so those are just totally free kills for him. But as you can see, LacFarro still got a ton of experience here, so definitely was pretty effective there in the fights. Researches and resources. Yeah, Alice had actually more resources than Fenrir. He just queued up everything in his production buildings, while Fenrir just kept it